Welcome to the Rekindled Artist Challenge. So, this is a personal challenge that I have given myself, and I am inviting you all to come with me. So, I would like to start with a story and kind of tell you where I'm coming from. And maybe this is going to sound familiar to you. If it does, drop me a comment and tell me what's resonating or how our paths have been similar. So, when I first started painting, this has been about 8 years ago now. I would be so excited. Like there was like this fire in my bones where I just couldn't wait to come home from work and get to my brushes, and I would like fly home, run down the stairs, and I had like a studio in my basement at the time, and I would just throw paint and fling paint and just play with colors, and I would have so much fun, and it was just fun. It was just fun. Like I looked forward to it, and there was so much excitement around it. It was just all I wanted to do all day, every day. And somewhere along the way, and maybe this happened gradually, I'm not 100% sure, but somewhere along the way, I decided that I wanted to figure it out and to actually be good at it. I wanted to say something with my art, and I knew that I couldn't say it by just copying tutorials of other artists. Um, I wanted to understand like why people were putting the marks where they were, why people were choosing the colors that they were. And then in that same path, somewhere I got the message that you have to do this right, that there's a specific way that you have to do it. And along that path of trying to render things to become realistic or trying to get the exact right color story going, it started to shut me down. And somewhere in that path, and I'm not exactly sure where, again, maybe gradually, the excitement started leaving. The excitement, I'm still very passionate about art, and I still have a lot to say, and I still view it as a vehicle of expression where I feel like I have a message that matters to the world. And art is just my vehicle of getting that message out. But I thoroughly do love it at the same time. It's just that fire inside has, I don't know, it's like somebody has just dampened it, and I know that it's still there, and I know that it's still inside of me. I want that excitement, that just joyful freedom of not worrying about all these voices that are now in my head, worrying if I'm good enough or if it's right or what other people are going to do and what are people going to think. Oh my gosh, right? And are they going to like it? I just want to be free in this studio. I just want to create with that same level of just, this is just so much fun, right? And it's powerful. And so that's the path that I'm on. And I'd like you to come and join me if you're up for it. And so if you don't know me, hi, my name's Sabrina. I am a full time artist in Michigan, and I have a background in psychology. I have my degree in that, and I have been coaching or working with people, especially women, for about 17 years, trying to help people understand what's in the way of their life, how to get through it, and help guide them on the path that they want to take. And so I've taken that knowledge and I've applied it to myself because this is what I need. And so I'm doing the best that I can with applying it to creative activities in art, in taking that knowledge and that expertise and putting it to where it will make a difference for me and hopefully for you. So there's three main things that I want you to remember with this. Well, before we get into that, number one, I've created a beautiful workbook for you. I have my own I'm going to be working from. Um, this is a printable PDF. I would recommend that you print it off. If you can't, you can refer to it digitally and just use a sketchbook or a journal to do your reflective questions. But that leads me to the top 3 points, okay? So there are 6 different categories in this challenge. It starts with releasing the grip of perfectionism. It goes to releasing comparison. So these are things I'm struggling with. Maybe you resonate with this, right? Releasing comparison. We don't need to worry about who other people are. We need to worry about who we are. Quieting the need for approval. It's so important that we don't create for other people. It's the most powerful when we create from what we love and what we want to say, and with freedom, right? Rebuilding trust in our inner voice. And then we're going to go to finding flow and freedom, because that's so important, getting into flow and feeling free and loving the process. And then finally, living from joy and not fear. So these are the 6 different categories that we're going to explore. Every category has 5 different creative activities. And within those activities, and this is the magic, you guys, this is the magic, okay? Within every single one of these creative activities, there are reflective questions. What I highly, highly, highly recommend, you do the creative activity and immediately do the reflective questions, because understanding it for yourself, do you hear me? You can't get it from me. Doing the work and understanding it for yourself, where these issues are coming from. If you're resonating with any of these things, you got to understand where they're coming from inside of you, right? Just like I have to understand where they're coming from inside of me. And when we do, that's when we get to the gold, because we can get past it. When we figure out where it's coming from, what's holding us back, we move on to whole new territory, okay? So that's the number one thing. Grab your workbook so that you have all the exercises. It has an art supply list for you in there, and it also has bonus prompts that you can just journal about. Again, if you can't print it off, it's no big deal. You can refer back to it as many times as you need to and take it take it page by page, okay? And keep everything that you work on. Keep all of your creative ideas, all of your explorations, okay? Everything that we're going to do, keep it all. Then we're going to put it together at the end, and we're going to be able to see our growth. And that's so important. That's such a big reward, where we can see where we've made a difference and where we've grown, and maybe where we're still holding on and need to continue down that journey on our own, okay? The biggest, if you hear anything I say, I need you to hear this. The goal of this, the whole entire concept of this, it is not to create beautiful paintings. I'm going to say it again. Hear me, okay? This is not to create beautiful paintings. This is to create powerful, confident, joyful, free artists, beautiful artists. We need to be beautiful artists when we show up at our easel, inside our studio, at the kitchen table, wherever it is that you're creating. It's about who you are. When you show up to create, that's what we're working on here, not beautiful paintings. So you're going to see me create these things. I'm not going to feel pressure to create a beautiful painting for you. If you need to see my work and see that I am capable of creating beautiful paintings, I have enough examples of that. So I'm not putting pressure on myself that I can create that. If you're brand new and you can't create a beautiful painting yet, that's okay too, because who you are is going to determine all the next steps of your journey in art, okay? So I can't wait for you to join me. Grab your workbook. Let's get started.